Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming in today. I'm going to demonstrate 3 Olympic power lifts: the bench press, the squat, and deadlift. Before I begin with that, I want to talk about what lifting is to me personally. Lifting to me is a way that I set goals for myself in life, and it serves as a building block for various other activities I do and hobbies like baseball. I can build off of that to help me perform the best at all times. For others, it can serve as setting a healthy, realistic mindset in a way. But all of us have different reasons for why we lift. All are great. And now I want to begin with the lifts. The first lift I want to demonstrate today will be the squat. So first of all, this is the rack here with the barbell set up. Usually we want to set up about shoulder height, and we're on a scale 1 through 20 right here, as we can see. For me personally, I'm about a 17, and between 16 and 17 on this rack. So the first thing we want to do is when we come under, we want to make sure that our feet are about shoulder width apart, and that when we come under, we want to make sure that the barbell is off our neck, ensuring that we're safely off our spine here. We're going to bring it out, down, like you're saying, it's the chair, and then back up. Perfect. Now, the clasps back here on the sides are used to maintain the weight that we might slide on when we lift a heavier object. Sometimes it's not needed, but for the squat, I would definitely use the clasp. For the bench press and deadlift might not be needed if we're really trying to max out without a spotter, but for now, for the squat, we need to have clasp on for safety. Various things we use to also maintain our safety with the squat is the belt we have here and these leg straps. That really helps us keep our kneecaps nice and healthy, and the pad here that we can put on the barbell, and to make sure that if we do experience neck pain, it helps us eliminate that neck pain really well. Now, and there's also various other things we can do to build off the squat too, like the hack squat, but let's just maintain getting that squat down, that squat form properly first. Make sure that's all right and set up. Another last safety feature we use for the squat will be the safety pins we have here. We want to make sure that it's set up properly, so when I come down to squat, it's about where I come down, so I'll be right here, about between 5 and 6 on the scale 1 to 20. We'll make sure that's in properly, set up nice. Even. It's not really sided in really well. But yeah, make sure it's in properly like that. And if we do fail when we come down, we can make sure that we can slide the barbell off our back. Always make sure we move forward. If we do fail, sit backwards, because backward will crush us, and we do not want that at all. We want to make sure that we're nice and healthy. That's always our number one priority. Safety is our number one priority in the gym always. So you gotta make sure that's achieved. And the next step I want to talk about will be the bench press. So let's make sure that we get this off. Now for the bench, you don't really use many accessories besides chalk. You can use a wrist strap too, but most of the time we use that for our deadlifts, so I'll talk about that when we get to the deadlifts. So get to the bench press first. Sure it's nice and ready to go. Slide that underneath the rack. We want to lower our clasp on the sides. Balance about at 8 and 9. Just want to make sure it's nice and low, so if we do fail, it's easy to get back up to. Set at 8 and 9. 8 and 9 right here. There we go. We should put the barbell back on safely. Once again, clasps are recommended for this exercise, but not needed if you are trying to achieve that 1 rep max. So we'll make sure the first thing we want to do when we come to bench press, make sure our feet are flat out on the ground. We lay down, our back is flush, like we're laying on a board. And when we come out, first of all, we want to make sure our grip is palms up towards the sky, thumbs on barbell like that. Come straight out, come down, bounce it off your chest to really cap out that movement, that range of motion. And then come back up, and that's the form. And another tip I have for the bench press would be that if you come down and the barbell hits your chest, you can't get off your chest, that means you have a weak chest. When you train your chest, you can do that by doing exercises such as the incline bench press or the decline bench press are great exercises to train your chest to really maintain that strength at that level. Another thing is if you get it off barbell off your chest, you can't seem to get it all the way up. It means you have weak triceps. You train your triceps through various lifts, such as the goblet squat or the goblet tricep press over your head. So that's the bench press. Now my very last exercise I want to demonstrate will be the deadlifts today. So get the bench out of our way. Slide it out. Doesn't matter. Make sure it's nice and out of our way. Hit the barbell back off the rack. Watch out. Okay, we're all good. Put it flush against the ground, like that. So for this, we also can use our belt too here. On lifting, really helps keep our spinal posture correct and upright position when we're doing that. And we also can use, this is the exercise I would very highly suggest using your rib strap for to really help keep maintain our safety. So when we come down, we want to make sure we wrap the wrist strap around the barbell nice and tight. Grab it at that little clasp, little hook right here. And then when we come out, we're going to come straight up like this. Another thing you can do with deadlift is lock out like this. That really helps train our forearms and our grip strength too. So another great thing to do and build up the deadlift. And another thing we can do that's incorporated with the deadlift will be our trap bar as I have here. It's another effective way to really build that back and that forearm strength. And we can also use our wrist strap for this. It's personal preference, but I would use it too. And then we'll wrap around here like that. We'll grab that hook there and then come up, boom. And we can almost like slam it like a basketball or bounce like a basketball on the ground. That's really going to help train our back. And we usually can do more weight with the trap bar. It eliminates the range of motion we need to obtain, helping captivate the lift. Now let's talk about the muscles. Every single one of the 3 lifts works. For the squat, we work the back, the glutes, the 3 muscles in our hamstring, and the calves. And sometimes our ankle, it can also help with ankle mobility too. It's a very efficient lift for that. For the bench press, we work our chest and our 3 forearm muscles too. And sometimes it helps with our wrist mobility. And for the deadlift, it really focuses more on the back and forearms. Once again, when we lock out, that'll really train that grip strength that we were trying to obtain. And the deadlift also works your glutes really well too. But the number one lift that I mentioned today that works your glutes really well would be the squat. That's all 3. Covers the whole body lifts. All 3 of those work the entire body. So great fundamental lifts. So, yes. Any questions?
I do.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there one that I should avoid, or any of them I should avoid if I have lower back pain?
You should definitely avoid the deadlift and the trap bar lift, because that involves lifting heavy objects and weight off the ground, which really can strain our back and our posture might be incorrect most of the time. So we want to make sure that we get that posture down right before we even attempt the deadlift and the trap bar for sure. That's going to really damage our back if done wrong. Any other questions?
Which of these 3 are your favorite and why?
Out of the 3, the bench press is my personal favorite. I just fell in love with the aspect of it. It's really, something about it really is like, it captivates my mind. And I just fell in love. I've been doing it for many, many years. Any other questions? So, all 3 of those lifts are very, very fundamental lifts to starting your lifting journey. I highly suggest getting the form down and just finding out why you love doing it. It's going to really help inspire you on your journey. Best of luck, best of wishes.